On one point, you have dentists that are feeling extreme burnout. On the other side, you've got a dentist that literally it's TGIM, can't wait to come to work on Monday. And I think one of the reasons for that. And Paul said, man, these guys, and these are really good docs and passionate about dental, or they were passionate in dental school, but here they are not so much longer along, and now saying, man, I'm so burned out, I'm considering changing career. And Paul said, and you have to understand, you have to know Paul, and he's the most compassionate, considerate, person on the planet. So he would never say anything, that would, be considered inconsiderate. But he said, to Tim and I, he said, I felt like saying, guys, I don't really know what you're talking about because I am absolutely loving my career. I am loving, how we're helping patients. And I feel like I could do this another 40 years, with good health. And man, I just don't really identify with your comments about burnout. Now, of course, he didn't say that, but he was thinking that. So isn't that an interesting, again, counterpoint, Naren, if we can talk about this, on this podcast, is the 3-day work week. That Paul and Tim each work 3 days by choice. Paul works Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Tim works Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's by choice, and that's really for two reasons. One, so they can have more family time. And number two, both have 4 kids, and I wanted them to have more family time. I have 4 kids as well. No, mine are adults, theirs are younger. And the second reason is so they can take a massive amount of continuing education on the order of 250 hours a year and not take CE at the expense of their family. Hey, Naren, if a dentist works 4 days a week clinically and then spends a fifth day working on the admin of their practice, and then they go take a CE course on the weekend, isn't it fair to say they took a CE course at the expense of their family time?
Absolutely. That is correct.
And, now Paul and Tim are able to have both, have a quality family time and still take a massive amount of C's. So my first tip would be, and this isn't an overnight kind of thing. It has to be strategically planned, and there's a lot of pieces have to be put in place, but work toward that 3-day week. Naren, I will say that the 3-day week is a tremendous challenge to do with one doctor. And I don't want to say it's impossible because I have seen it done, but it is challenging because it's hard to provide enough hours for your patients. It's also hard to provide enough hours for your team members. So I really think, it requires or is best with 2 doctors. And that could be an owner and an associate. It could be an owner, in a partnership. There's a number of different formats that could be done.
Hey, thanks so much for watching this video. The full podcast episode link is in the link below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you like our content.